Good evening, dear friends, and welcome to day 234 of A Poem a Day for 2026. It's Saturday. It's just coming up on 7:15, and it's been a very quiet day, very slow. Um, excuse me. I'm currently attempting a full watch through of The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. This is probably my fourth or fifth attempt over a span of years. I usually get to somewhere towards the end of season 2 or into season 3 and lose track, and so I never finished it. I'm about halfway through season 2, regularly, sort of usually an episode a day at the moment, a couple of episodes. So that's what I've done today. Although I did then lay down on the sofa as partway through the second episode I watched, and slept through the third episode that I was watching, so that's going to need to be a rewatch. But yeah, afternoon nap was not a bad shout. I don't think. I feel quite with it. And I currently have some brownies breaking in the oven. I bought a box mix ages ago, and yeah, I realised that I'd run out of eggs, so I've done a Google and I've substituted it with some yogurt. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully you've all had a good Saturday, however you've spent it. Obviously, if you've been working and stuff, fingers crossed that that's gone quickly, smoothly, has been low stress. I'm hoping, I think, maybe that we might end up with a bit of a storm. The sky is a really weird colour. It's like a little pocket of blue over there, but everywhere else looks a weird kind of purpley grey, almost kind of lavender. Very intriguing. I was going to say, you can see out the back, but you can just see it looks like some kind of reckoning is happening through my bedroom window. It's just the sun. It's okay. But let's see what we have today. On the 22nd of August, I was so affected yesterday that I didn't even get a chance to turn the page. Okay, so we have Who Would True Valour See by John Bunyan, and our blurb reads as follows. On this day in 1642, the English Civil War broke out. Battles were fought between parliamentarians and royalists until 1651. John Bunyan, a Puritan preacher and writer, spent 3 years fighting for the parliamentarian army. He is best remembered for the religious allegory, The Pilgrim's Progress. So, this is Who Would True Valour See by John Bunyan. Who would true valour see, let him come hither. One here will constant be, come wind, come weather. There's no discouragement shall make him once relent his first avowed intent to be a pilgrim. Whoso beset him round with so dismissal stories, but do but themselves confound, his strength the more is. No lion can fright him, can him. I'll start that stanza again. Whoso beset him round with dismal stories, do but themselves confound, his strength the more is. No lion can him fright, he'll with a giant fight, but he will have a right to be a pilgrim. Hobgoblin nor foul fiend can daunt his spirit. He knows he at the end shall life inherit. Then fancies fly away, he'll fear not what men say. He'll labour night and day to be a pilgrim. I will be honest, but I don't really know much about the English Civil War. I've said before that I don't take an interest in war. I don't like films and stuff like that. I don't watch about war. I am of the opinion that I watch movies and TV shows for entertainment, which a lot of people find weird because I watch a lot of crime and horror and that kind of stuff. I'm aware I'm a strange being. But war is horrific. And very real. And I don't want to watch that in my leisure time. From an educational standpoint, yes, I was very intrigued when I was in school, studying about World War II and everything that happened in Germany. It was something that I engaged with a lot. As a young teen, I probably watched Schindler's List probably a weird number of times for a young teenager. But I thought it was a devastating and a beautiful film. But I haven't watched it since I was in my teens. I can't bring myself to do it. For those very reasons. There are some bits which are still very clear in my head. And obviously I know like the English Civil War is many more hundreds of years old, and it's much further removed from, well, I was going to say from what we are today, but yeah, it just, I don't know. Some bits of history greatly interest me. Other bits I struggle to engage. I don't know. No, very good poem. And it is interesting to see what poetry has been written about through the ages. And that even in a time of war, men were still moved to write poetry. That's what I'm going to take away from this. Yeah, even through fighting with the parliamentarians, Bunyan was so moved through his experiences that he put pen to paper and created art that is still being read and shared today. God, can you imagine trying to explain to Bunyan in the 1600s that several hundred years later there would be some person sat in their pyjamas on the internet reading his poetry to dozens of people, just trying to explain that concept. Yeah, I think we may may cause the man some trouble. I think that's where I'm going to end that, with a quite ridiculous mental image of a scenario that couldn't possibly happen. The rapture still appears to be happening in the bedroom. Cass looks fine with it. He's like, yeah, bring it on. Cool. I'm gonna go and check on my brownies. And here's hoping that when we all get down to it this evening, we will all have a very good night.